Happy April, Maker Monday friends. This month, our Maker Mondays are going to be about nature. Today, we're going to start off with plants, and we're going to do some experiments with bean seeds. First, I'm going to read a story called Keep an Eye on Ivy. This boy has a very interesting plant. Keep an Eye on Ivy by Baru. Read with permission from Damson Hudson. I'm very happy today. That's because it's a special day. Today it's my birthday. Look, he's having a party. What did he get here? A plant? I've been given lots of presents. My favorite one is green, and her name is Ivy. I have to take good care of her. Watering his plant. On Monday, I see Susie in the living room. Hello, Susie. Have you seen the cat anywhere? No, he must be outside chasing mice. Ah, that makes sense. I'm going to my judo class now. Will you keep an eye on Ivy for me? Thanks. Look at Ivy up here. Looks like Ivy's been growing. Hello, Grandpa. Have you seen the cat? Or Susie? I can't find her. Well, it's Tuesday, so your sister must be at her music lesson. Ah, that makes sense. I have got to go out now. Will you keep an eye on Ivy for me? Thanks. I see her saxophone there. Hello, Grandma. Have you seen the cat, or Susie, or Grandpa? Well, it's Wednesday, so Grandpa must be at his chess club. Ah, that makes sense. I'm going to play outside now. Will you keep an eye on Ivy for me? Thanks. Look at Ivy. Look how Ivy is just growing and growing. Hello, Dad. Have you seen the cat, or Susie, or Grandpa, or Grandma? Well, it's Thursday, so Grandma must be meeting her friends at the library. Ah, that makes sense. I'm going to go do my homework now. Will you keep an eye on Ivy for me? Thanks. Look at Ivy, though. Look how big Ivy is. And what do we see here? Wasn't Grandma using those? What is Ivy doing? Look how big Ivy got. Hello, Mom. Have you seen the cat, or Susie, or Grandpa, or Grandma, or Dad? Well, it's Friday, so your dad has probably gone to play football. Ah, that makes sense. I'm going to bed now. Will you keep an eye on Ivy for me? Thanks. What do you think's going to happen? I see the vacuum. Oh my goodness, Ivy is so big. Hello, Ivy. Have you seen the cat, or Susie, or Grandpa, or Grandma, or Dad, or Mom? It's very strange. Where could everybody be? Where do you think everybody is? Look at Ivy. Oh my goodness. Mom, where's my saxophone? Asked your father. Ouch! Someone stepped on my toes. Can you turn the light on? Meow. This is very annoying. I wanted to make a cake, but I can't find the kitchen. Have you seen my red tie anywhere, darling? Ah, here you are. That's good, but who's keeping an eye on Ivy? Where are they? Did Ivy get them? Ivy, I'm very disappointed in you. It's rude to swallow people without asking first. If you are hungry, let me know. I'll share my sandwiches with you. But guess who will be keeping an eye on you now? Everybody. Look at everybody. They're not too happy with Ivy, are they? That's silly. What did you guys think of Ivy? I thought this was a funny story, and I especially thought it was funny when Ivy was gobbling everybody up. That was so silly. So today we have two projects that we're going to work on with bean seeds. Our first one is a plant maze. So what you're going to need are a few things. You're going to need a cup with dirt to start. And you're going to need some bean seeds. What you will do is you have to start your bean seeds a few days ahead. Beans grow very quickly. And you're going to make sure you have a cup filled with dirt nicely, and you're going to take and put your bean seeds into the dirt. Just plant them in here. Give them some water, keep an eye on them, and put them in a sunny window and give them a few days to sprout. So you're going to need a few supplies for the maze activity. You're going to need a shoebox. Any shoebox will work. You're going to need some cardboard or cardstock, scissors, and tape. Now, the first thing we have to do is we have to cut a hole in the top of our shoebox. Now you're going to stand your shoebox so it's long ways like this, so your plant has a nice maze to go through. And then you're going to cut a hole about 2 inches big is all you need, a nice square. You don't need a lot of space, but you want enough for the light to come through. And then you're going to open your shoebox. Now on the inside is where we create our maze. You can take your cardstock and you can measure where you would put your pieces. We're going to divide this into 3 sections. So I would put a little wall here, and then I would put one here. Then after I already measured some, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put one here and attach it, and then I'm going to add one here. This way, this gives our plant a maze to work around to reach the light. Now, do you think that the plant will go through the maze to get to the light? And why do you think that? When this is set and your beans have sprouted, you will place them inside your shoebox and you will close it. Now you're going to keep your shoebox closed at all times except when you're checking on it to water it and just see how it's doing. But you don't want to keep the door open too long because you want to make sure it's getting just the light from our hole. You're going to leave your shoebox in a nice place, maybe in a sunny window so it's getting some good light so your beans plant has somewhere to go. Now it's going to take a few days, so you're going to have to be patient. So what's your hypothesis? Do you think the bean sprout will weave its way through the maze to reach the light? What do you know about plants? They need light, right? They need the energy from light to make their food. You know about photosynthesis, right? There's a word called phototropism. Photo stands for light, and tropism comes from the Greek word tropos, which means to turn. So the plant turns toward the light. We're going to move on to our next activity, which is a paper plate greenhouse. You can use your bean seeds for this one. I have mine right here. This is so fun and it's easy. So what you're going to need for this are 2 paper plates. You're going to need a Ziploc bag, and then you're going to need bean seeds, and you're going to need something to put in here to moisten your seeds. It can be paper towels, cotton balls, tissue. What do you think would work best? If you want to make an experiment out of it, you can make a few of them and make one with paper towels. You can put one with cotton and see if your beans grow at different rates and if they grow better. You can even keep your gardening journal and keep track, record what's going on with this, or record your bean maze every day and see how much they grew. You can measure them too. I will show you what to do for the greenhouse. First thing that we're going to do is take our paper plates and you're going to cut a hole in the center. So I started cutting one. Just like that. Now, I decorated the one that I already made. So if you want to take this time, you can decorate your plates. I'm going to just show you what I did on this one, but you can make anything you want. See, I put some sprouts on mine. It was a lot of fun to do. So what you're going to need is a Ziploc baggie, and you want to make sure that you have access to open your baggie because you want to be able to give it water because it can dry out. I mean, you want to feed those bean seeds, right? So I have a wet paper towel. I already got it wet, and I'm going to put my bean seeds in just like that. Now I'm just going to close it a little on the sides, and then what you can do is you can take and put it on the inside of one of your paper plates. And I attached it, I stapled it, but I'm gonna leave the top part open so I can reach inside. And then you're going to do the same on this side. So what you will do is you will staple on the sides so your plate is together, and then you can take and put a hole punch in and weave some string through so you can hang it up. Now I hung this up in a sunny window, and in a few days I had beans sprouting, and it was so neat. In the morning I couldn't see anything, and then in the afternoon the beans had already popped up. Now, I took some pictures, so you can take some pictures or you can record this and you can draw pictures of how your beans are growing. Let's see how yours turned out. I hope you have fun growing your beans, and when your beans are all done, like these are looking really good. I think they're getting too big for my baggie. I'm going to take them out and I'm going to transplant them into a pot. And I'm going to grow some beans this summer. I can't wait to see you next time for another Maker Monday. Bye.